Achtung!
Fifth set, Leta versus Stats on ground zero. And we're all tied up now. So this game will not decide the series or anything. But still, it's going to be sweet. Except, cross positions, 4-player map, I love it. Up at the 2 o'clock position in blue is Stats, the artist formerly known as Chintoss. Looks a lot less like Where's Waldo now. I forget what they call Where's Waldo in Europe, but is it Wally? Something like that. Anyway, down at the 8 o'clock position in green is Leta. Now, fun fact, these guys played each other yesterday in the first round of the playoffs, and Stats won. Stats won that game, so this is a rematch, and that adds so much more drama to it. I love drama. That's probably my favorite part of the Brood War scene. Drama. It's like my own personal soap opera with explosions and aliens. What's not to like, man? And since this is cross positions, I'm expecting a longer game between the gentlemen. And it doesn't surprise me that Stats won yesterday, because Leta is notorious for being poor in this matchup. Well, I guess not poor, but it's definitely... he definitely plays mediocre in TVP most of the time. Now, he has some breakout moments, but that's always what I remember Leta for. That was always what held him back as a player, when everyone was like, oh man, is Leta going to be the next big Terran player? But he would always fail in versus Protoss. It's a similar situation to what Firebat Hero went through, because Firebat Hero, everyone knows his Achilles heel was always Protoss. It held him back so much. Even though his TVT was fantastic, TVZ, absolutely phenomenal, his TVP would crush him in every individual league. And it was sad to watch as a Firebat Hero fan, because I am a Firebat Hero fan. He has a lot of personalities, fun player, fun guy to watch, and he was very good. So seeing him get stuck at Protoss each and every time he went into an individual league was like, oh, come on, man. And I think that it eventually eroded his spirit. To the point where, yeah, his other matchups started to suffer as well. Now, Leta, I'm not sure if that's happened to him or not. I remember a couple seasons back when Leta was in an ace match with Movie, and at the time, Movie was known as a new player that no one knew much about. Everyone was like, Movie? Who's Movie? I even remember putting that in a hype video as Movie's breakout game. Or Movie won against Leta, but it wasn't that surprising, because Leta, as I said, was very weak to Protoss, and CJ Entus exploited that fact back when Leta was not on CJ Entus. Just thinking how weird that is. Things change. Okay, some Marines flooding out for Leta. He's scouting around. He's eventually going to find Stats up at the 2 o'clock position. Got the... yeah, Stats not scouting. Protoss players these days like to get that cybernetics core up. Excuse me, get that up, get everything moving before they go out to scout, give them a little bit of an economic boost, a bit of a tech boost. And Leta going through the middle looking for cheese, and that's going to be a little bit unfortunate for his scouting, because he will scout the very, very last position, I think, unless he does a donut. Nope, going up to the 10. So he is going to scout completely last. Looking inside of Leta's base, a pretty standard opening. Terran players have been going back to this. They kind of went away from it for a while. They were more fond of building the bunker at the front, then expanding, and then holding off against the Dragoons that way. But Terran are kind of going back to the type of play they did in 2010-2009 by pumping the Marines, 5-6 Marines, and getting the tank out as well. Then researching the mines, getting the mines out in the field, helping a lot of that. But it's interesting to see that type of play come back. Flash did it earlier, and it said as well, versus Harangue. But okay, second base on the way for Stats. You see his Dragoon range still spinning. Still got that spinning. And both players not getting a lot of scouting done here. But the Dragoon trying to sneak in, sees the Marines on the choke, so at least he knows where Leta is. Okay, I see the beginning of a pylon wall for Stats. The beginning of a pylon wall. Just has one single pylon at the top. Making sure he doesn't fall victim to any... Ooh, a nice block there by that one Dragoon. It might keep this SCV out of the base. Almost does it. Looks like one of those particle beam shots not particle beams, that's what the probes shoot. And one of the energy shots from the Dragoon wasn't able to get to that SCV before going up the ramp. Fighting up the ramp, but it seems a dropship coming up for Leta already. He's going to start it out with some drop play. Went straight to that starport and see if he can dodge around all the units that are out for stats. Leta's moving up. He's going to ferry these troops in from the left side instead of going up from the bottom past that nexus. This is going to give him some more time, I think, before he's scouted, but Stats might fall into a trap here. Stats running into mines, but he does not lose the Dragoon, so that's good for him.